Hi guys, it's Mamey. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about the book Here Comes the Sun by Dennis-Benn. This book, as usual, was on Russell's channel from Ink and Paper blog. I will link his channel below. I have been getting so many wonderful recommendations from his channel. I'm sure most of you have seen his channel. If not, like I said, I'll link his channel below, and just please check him out because he has the best recommendations. Anywho, I read this book a few days ago. I finished it a few days ago, and I cannot stop thinking of these characters, you guys. Oh my goodness. Beautiful cover, right? Very colorful and happy and bright and bold. Wow. Don't let that fool you. I'm not saying the story wasn't great. It was. But it was a rather serious book. Something totally worth your time. But it was quite serious, and the topics were quite heavy. So I want to forewarn you of that. But not even a forewarning. It's just a wonderful book. I just thought it was going to be something different. When Russell had us on his channel, the first thing that caught my ear was it was set in Jamaica. And Toddy and I have been to Jamaica twice, and we went there on our honeymoon back in 1997, a long time ago. And then we went again, I think in 1999, maybe 2 years later. We liked it so much. We loved the people there. We just had a great time the first time, and we went back a second time and had an even better time. So we love Jamaica. I love the people. I love the land. I love the sea. I love everything about it. To me, as a foreigner and as a tourist, it's paradise. But after reading this book, and I did have some knowledge of it, obviously, because I did see the poverty there when we were there on vacation, you know, taking the bus from the airport to our resort. You can see how people live, and it was pretty sad. With that being said, though, this really opened my eyes to the locals and how they live and how they have to survive, what they do to survive. You know, sometimes we judge people by their decisions, and we judge people by, you know, their lifestyle, but really, you know what? We don't know what it's like to be in their shoes. So I wonder what it would be like. You know, instead of judging people, we should just be like, you know, hey, I don't know how their life is, and it could be different if I was in their shoes. But anyways, I'm not going to lecture about that stuff. But this book was wonderful. The main characters, it was a mother, Dolores, and two daughters, Margot and Tandy. Dolores is like a tradeswoman. She sells like souvenirs and trinkets from Jamaica to the tourists. That's how she makes her living. So she, you know, she acts friendly, and she, you know, to the tourists to try to make a buck or two, which I remember that very clearly in Jamaica when we got off the bus. They kind of swarmed at us, which they weren't rude or they weren't obnoxious or anything. It was just, this is their living. This is how they make a living. So I completely understood. I actually purchased things that I probably, you know, would never purchase if I wasn't, I don't want to say hustled for it, because they weren't really, maybe they were hustling, I don't know, but I didn't care. I was having a good time, you know. You get caught up in the magic of the paradise of it all. So anyways, I'm getting off track here about the book. So the book is about Dolores, the mother. She's the tradeswoman. Margot she works at a really prestigious hotel in Jamaica. She wants to be manager. She wants to run her own hotel someday, and she will go at any lengths to get there. I don't want to give spoilers out as usual, but she kind of has two different lives. In the daytime, she wants to make all the tourists, you know, all their needs met, you know, in a good way. And then at nighttime, she takes it to the next level, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to give out too much more than that. But, again, she does what she wants to do. She's very driven by money. She wants to be free of this lifestyle, the poverty in the little, what was the town called? I can't remember what the I don't remember what the town was called. The poverty town that they lived. I don't remember. Something Rock. It's gonna bug me now, but I guess it doesn't really matter. But anyways, and then there's the youngest sister, Tandy. Now Tandy is the brains of the family. So Dolores and Margot, they claim that they do the things that they do to put her through school because she's so smart that they expect her to become a doctor. So Margot, makes the extra money doing some pretty, I don't want to give it away. It's so hard to talk about books when you don't want to give things away to you guys. So anyways, Tandy does not want to be a doctor. She wants to be an artist. She's a fantastic artist, but she's afraid to tell her mom and her sister because of all the sacrifice that they have done for her. But she also has some issues too, and she starts bleaching her skin, and the drama. There's just so much to this book, and it's wonderful. I mean, I'm still thinking about this book, and I finished it earlier this week. I just don't know. What else to say? It's a great book. It's a great tale. I didn't want to put it down because I'm like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen? Is she going to find out about Tandy? Is she going to, is Margot going to get in trouble? I think his name was Alfonso. He was like the main guy who made all the, he was the control guy of the hotel who could decide who he wanted as the manager, and so she was, of course, trying to win him over, but I don't know. You know how that goes. I'm not a political person, but you know how that goes. Anyways, oh God, this book was so good. I gave it 5 stars. I had to give it 5 stars. I'm such a character-driven reader that I love it when the authors really develop the characters, so I think about them all the time. I mean, I think of them as like real people in my life. I don't think I'm crazy, but it's true. I'm like, wow, I really think about them, like, what are they doing now? Is Margot now, is she living the life that she really wants to live now? Is she out of the poor neighborhoods and, that she's thriving so badly to get out of? Is Tandy pursuing her art? I hope she is, because she's really good. And I know that doctors, it's, one thing to be a doctor, but if your heart's not in it, and I just hope she follows her own dreams and her own path. But, it was so good. So good, so good. I don't know what else to say about this. It had so much to it. And also there's, Margot is a lesbian in the book as well. So she keeps that a secret because apparently in Jamaica, which I did know this from years ago when we were there, but Jamaica really frowns upon homosexuality, which, 2017, people. Anyway, let's not go there either. But, yeah, it's kind of like they have to keep it secret, or else they will be, stoned, I don't know the extent of what they go through, but it's really a serious thing there. And that's what kills me is Jamaica. I mean, aren't they known for, the reggae music and the marijuana and, to me that's so liberal and so, but yet they're so against homosexuality. I don't know. I guess it just doesn't make sense to me, but who am I? Anyways, loved this book. What else do I want to say about it? Let's see. There was something else I wanted to say. Oh, I did want to tell you this. The dialect of the book is in the Jamaican patois, which is their language is just a little, it's English, but they have their own dialect, So, that could be a little bit difficult to understand while you're reading the book. I didn't have a problem with it because we made friends with a Jamaican when we were there. So we were kind of I'm kind of used to the language because I was used to him talking to us. We stayed connected to this guy that we met on our honeymoon in 1997, and we have remained friends over the years. I haven't seen or heard from him in quite some time, but I'm kind of used to his language, so it didn't bother me at all. And when there were parts that were a little bit confusing, I read it out loud. So if you find language or a dialect or something that you don't quite understand, read it out loud, and it makes more sense to you. I wish I had tabbed an example, but I didn't. I just tabbed some really beautiful pages that I wanted to. I always tab books because I like to go back and see why I thought something was beautiful or beautifully written, or I underline it. I mean, I write in the margins. I do all sorts of things. But so that's the only thing that I would like you to know, is that the dialect in here, or the conversations in here are the Jamaican patois. So just be warned of that. But don't let that sway you from not reading it, because it's such a good story. So thank you, Russell, yet again for a beautiful, beautiful book. I hope you are all well. I hope you're reading some amazing books, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye.